Once the brainstem calculates the spatial coordinates of the room, the raw audio data is shot upward to the master control center, the auditory cortex. Up here, the brain stops looking at sound as simple physics and begins treating it as complex language matrices. This is where your brain deploys its most powerful tool, selective auditory attention, often called the cortical spotlight. When you choose to listen to a single whisper in a noisy room, your cortex executes a mind-bending trick called neural entrainment. The neurons in your auditory cortex physically shift their firing rates to match the exact pitch, rhythm, and syllables of the target speaker's voice. Your brain waves literally lockstep with the speaker's voice. Once this neural lock is established, the target voice is amplified, while the surrounding chaos is treated as meaningless background static. But how does the cortex tell the difference between your friend's whisper and a stranger's shout? It relies on predictive coding. Your brain is a master pattern recognizer. It tracks the specific fundamental frequency of your friend's vocal cords, their unique vocal fingerprint. It notes the pacing of their sentences, their accent, and the predictable structures of their language. If a stranger behind you interrupts with a loud laugh or a clinking glass, their sound waves will physically overlap with your friend's whisper. To a machine, the data is corrupted, but your cortex uses its internal dictionary to bridge the gap. It instantly predicts the missing syllables based on context, seamlessly patching the holes in the audio track so you never miss a beat. This is an aggressive, high-energy process. Your brain is actively spending metabolic energy to suppress the competing auditory streams, keeping them below the threshold of your conscious mind. You are, for all intents and purposes, deaf to the rest of the room. But this perfect filter has an emergency backdoor built right into its core software, a safety override that can shatter your focus in a microsecond. Because while your conscious mind is locked onto the whisper, your subconscious mind is still secretly listening to every single word in the room. And it's waiting for a very specific trigger.